Hello everyone, this time I want to share one of my favorite films. The Conformist. The film tells the story of Italy under the influence of fascism during the World War II. The main character Maslow lost the direction of life, eager to live a normal life. Choose to work for the fascists to kill his teacher seen as his father. The director Bertolucci and cinematographer Vittorio Storaro used a lot of lighting techniques in this film to make Maslow's multiple character states and live tracks visual. What I want to share this time is my lighting analysis of this film. In the film, there are three kinds of main light in the screen, narrating the story about the fate of the characters. The warm light, the dark light, and the cut light. Part 1. Warm light. When Maslow recalls his childhood, the picture is always warm and beautiful, mostly shot in natural light, with a sharp saturation. And things are endowed with beauty. Part 2. Dark light. When he arrived at his mother's filthy home, it was dark and gloomy. At this time, Maslow lights up the room, making the picture light up, and then cuts to the panoramic view of the room, indicating that Maslow's heart actually wants his mother to leave the dim life. After Maslow finds that his mother is still taking drugs, during the conversation between the two, the director uses Maslow's tool to cast shadows on the mother's face, which should be covered by the light source, forming a clever Rembrandt light. Make the picture look very texture at the same time. The mother's face looks very scary. Another part that contrasts strongly but is equally gloomy is the mental hospital where Maslow's father is located. The entire scene is covered in grey and white, including the clouds overhead and the floor at the bottom of the feet. And even the director used evenly arranged lighting to make the characters have no shadows, means that Maslow cannot find the answer he wants from his father. Maslow had wanted to follow other people's shadows all his life, but now he couldn't see the shadows around him. Part 3. Cut light. The director makes a lot of use of the window gap, so that the light on the character sometimes comes and goes, and the light on the face flickers on and off, representing the uncertainty of his road, the hesitation and trance in his heart, and the uncertainty about the future. But his potential idea guides him forward. There are his marriage and work in that area. There was a fierce, burning trace of the sun on everything, and shadows cut around him like hardknife. Next, I want to share one of my favorite moments. I was amazed at the use of light and shadow in this scene. Just by the act of opening and closing the window to visualize the cave theory they are talking about. At the beginning of the conversation, Maslow closed the window, and the left side of the picture lost the lighting and fell into darkness, and the contrast between the left and the right side of the picture was obvious, means that Maslow's life choice is opposite to the bright future and wrong.
Portando delle statue di legno e di pietra. Le statue sono più alte di quel muro.
After the end, Quadley violently opened the window, and the light entered the house. The disappearance of the shadow of Maslow on the wall implies no matter whether the shadow caused by his teacher real or not, but at least it is a kind of hope. And Quadley's departure makes Maslow lose the shadow. The use of light in this part makes the fate choice and the tangle of the two characters visual, which makes me sigh the charm of lighting once again. The film ends with him pushing long shot, the camera slowly advancing, Maslow leaning on the iron railing like the entrance to the cave of the prostitute's room. Inside the darkness, the fire of the entrance illuminates Macellow's body. The picture is depressed and fresh. Can the faint light illuminate his future? Maybe nobody could know.